85% of you guys are not subscribed. Please make sure you subscribe down below. It'll truly, truly mean the world. Hey, what is going up, everyone? This is David from Bronx Banter. And last time we spoke, we acquired Juan Soto, we acquired Alex Verdugo and Trent Grisham all within like a couple of days. I think it was like 2 or 3 days that this all happened. And the Yankees are not done working, not done moving. With all these trades that has happened, we lost a lot of pitching prospects, and we did lose some pitching depth. I don't obviously would like to say we lost all of it, as there's some of those people saying that we lost all of our pitching depth. There is still something there, but if we are in a win now mode, which it looks like with acquiring all of these outfielders, there's going to be some pitching that we're going to want to have to go after and back up beyond just Yamamoto. And there was actually a tweet that came out not too long after the Juan Soto acquisition from the Padres that Mark Feinsand said the Yankees have interest in Jordan Hicks per source, though they are not focused on the bullpen market at this time. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the priority, but if they don't sign him, the Yankees could pivot and load up the bullpen to shorten games with Hicks near the top of their list. Now, for those of you that don't know who Jordan Hicks is, he was or currently still is, a young flame-throwing pitcher, relief pitcher. Believe he was a closer or setup role to that extent with the Cardinals. Then with the Blue Jays was a solid setup reliever because they had Romano as their closer. Could be wrong on some of those details, but overall he is an absolute flamethrower with his fastball and his sinker coming in at an average of 100 miles per hour around there, which is amazing, which this type of pitching isn't too prevalent right now in the Yankees bullpen, with us non-tendering Jose Abreu, that was a notable hard-throwing pitcher, and with us obviously getting rid of the Aroldis Chapman, as we should have. But because of getting rid of both of these arms, we don't have too hard of throwers or pitchers that could pitch over 100 miles per hour. At least I may be wrong, at least on the relief pitching side. And with this acquisition, if the Yankees do go for Jordan Hicks, this could be a great alternative look in the bullpen, by not just having finesse guys or not just having guys that can throw good sinkers and pitch to contact, but may be able to blow things right by them. I know we have pitchers that throw in the upper 90s, but I don't know about averaging at 100 miles per hour. So this would be an awesome addition to our bullpen. And as mentioned a little bit before, I do think Jordan Hicks would fit perfectly into a setup role for us. And in any moment that he may be struggling, then that means we could bring Holmes out to close out the games or pick up right where he left off. Because if some of you guys don't know, the one biggest thing with Jordan Hicks is that he does struggle with control. So Holmes could come on in and kind of mop up things for him. Now, I know that may be a big task for Holmes to go after, because we all know the ups and downs of Holmes. One outing, he's lights out. Other outings, he's really, really struggling. And I know a lot of us are wanting to go beyond Holmes and going outside of the organization to get a closer. But I personally think that Clay Holmes is going to be our closer in 2024. So why not have some reinforcement such as Jordan Hicks? Now, from looking at the tweet, it doesn't look like they're very aggressive in terms of acquiring Jordan Hicks. It says that there's interest, as there should be. He's a good talent, but it doesn't seem like they're super aggressive. And personally, in my eyes, with how the market is for relief pitching, usually always, I don't think, at least currently, as stated by Mark, that there is going to be a big success rate in us acquiring Jordan Hicks, especially since it also says in the tweet that they aren't in the market necessarily for relief pitching, but could be a pivot for not acquiring Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And let's just stop right there. If we are even thinking, now I know it's their due diligence, and in any business, you got to always have a backup plan, a plan B. But if we are even remotely entertaining the idea of not acquiring Yamamoto, we need to refix all that. It is a must and a non-negotiable that we get Yamamoto. And I have a handful of reasons why. First of all, we got rid of a lot of our pitching depth, so we absolutely need Yamamoto. And as currently constructed, I believe we have Will Warren having to come in, and not saying anything against him, but I don't think that was our plans heading into 2024 originally. So we absolutely, absolutely need to do everything we can to get Yamamoto. And there shouldn't necessarily be a plan B. I think there's room to get both, but Jordan Hicks should not be seen as a plan B to Yamamoto. There shouldn't be a plan B to Yamamoto. There should just be Yamamoto. And now overall, I do think that the Yankees should be in the market for Jordan Hicks and should try to go after him, especially with some of our non-tenders. They may not have been big role players, but we did non-tender them nonetheless. And with that being said, I don't want to break the bank, though. I do think he is going to ask for a pretty penny, at least compared to what I think we could get in terms of under the radar bullpen arms as we have so far. But I feel like our biggest issue with Jordan Hicks is his control. Some other pitchers that match that profile of hard throwing pitchers that struggle with control, we have Aroldis Chapman that obviously didn't work out. And then we have Jose Abreu that was non-tendered. And even when he was on the roster, they tried making him work, but then it didn't work out. And then we got rid of him and brought him back. And then we got rid of him again. I think it just didn't work out for neither of them. And maybe these type of profile of pitchers aren't something that the Yankees are good at developing, or there is room to add this type of pitcher and the Yankees can rework. But overall, it looks like in history's past, it doesn't look like this profile of pitcher would work. Now, Jordan Hicks is much more productive than Aroldis Chapman as of late and Jose Abreu's whole career. So maybe that'll play into a factor if we do acquire him and work with him. But it doesn't look like that this profile of pitcher works, at least in the relief role for the Yankees in their pitching development. Could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but that is absolutely something that we should be keeping in mind as we look to develop the starting pitching, the bullpen, and as we head forward into this offseason. Now, I'm not completely sold on him, but at the same time, if we did acquire him, I would not be bothered, especially because we better, not an option, we better acquire Yamamoto. So if we happen to do acquire both him as a starting pitcher and Hicks as a relief pitcher, I would not be mad. I would be interested. I don't want to break the bank, which I don't think the Yankees would do in this sense. I think there are bigger issues to address, such as the starting pitching, and I have a bunch of ideas of how to resolve that beyond just Yamamoto. Those episodes will be coming up next. So if you want to hear more about those, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think Jordan Hicks is someone we should go after. Should we not entertain him? I know Emmanuel Clase has been roaming around because the Guardians have admitted to being open to trade him. There's also Hader. I personally don't want to take on that kind of contract for what I know Hader's going to ask for. Let me know what you guys think. Should we just completely ignore this? And should we just solely focus on the pitching? There never is enough pitching, but overall, let me know what you guys think. Hey, what is up, guys? If you liked this episode, please make sure to like it, comment down below, and subscribe. And watch what YouTube suggests would be a great video for you. You're not going to want to miss all the latest Yankees news and topics going on. Listen, Judge wants you to subscribe. The Martian wants you to subscribe. So make sure you do. And until next time, peace and be blessed.